Hello everybody, back again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you and hope that today has gone well for you. Today is Sunday. It is Sunday morning, June the 1st, 2025. It's about 7:10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's a brand new month. I hope you all have had a wonderful weekend up to this point. And I hope that it's been a productive and fun weekend for you all. As for me, I'm doing good myself. It's a lazy Sunday morning for me, although I woke up pretty early this morning and I actually had a pretty good amount of energy. So much so that I actually got up early and I went out to the store and bought the product that I'm going to be doing a review on in this video. And I was wondering, I'm like, why do I have so much energy so early in the morning? Because I usually don't wake up this early, right? And so I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't really go to bed that early last night, so I don't mind it, you know. And it's Sunday morning too, so I mean, it's like no one out, you know. Weekend mornings are the best, right? Because there's just not that many people out, and you can get your grocery shopping done. Because usually grocery stores, they open at 6 in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning, and that's like the perfect time to do like in-store shopping. And so when I was in the grocery store, it really wasn't that many people in there like that. I mean, it was hardly anybody in there actually other than the employees. And so I mean, it was still like a pretty good amount of people like still stocking the shelves and stuff. And so it was cool. It was cool. Picked up a few items that I forgot to put on my online order list. And so I'm like already back home from that, and it's only 7:12 in the morning. And so felt good outside. It wasn't too hot. Still pretty humid because this is Texas. That's why. So it was still pretty humid out, but it wasn't like hot or anything. But although I wonder, I don't know if it rained last night, cause it looked like, I don't know if it was condensation on the ground or rain, but everything just looked like it rained. I don't know whether it rained or not, but if it did rain last night, I slept right through it. But other than that, don't really have any plans for Sunday. I'll probably go to the park and go out for a run, but other than that, that's about it. I don't know. Kind of wish I took a weekend trip though. But it's Sunday, so it's already too late for that. If I'm going to take a weekend trip, I have to wake up like early Saturday morning and leave out to wherever I want to go. And, come back, Sunday. So, I mean, unless I wanted to go out and come back the same day, but I don't feel like doing all that. But anyway, let's get started on what I want to review in this video. Look at what I have here. Look at this. This is raw honeycomb. Yes, raw honeycomb that I'm going that I'm going to be reviewing in this video. This was actually suggested to me, and I thought about it. I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool idea, because this was something that I already was thinking about doing a review on anyway. And I was like, you know what, let me go out and buy this real quick. So went by my local HEB, and if you're not in Texas, you're probably not familiar with HEB. HEB, for those of y'all who don't know, HEB is like a really popular grocery store chain in Texas. Like if you're in Texas, you know about HEB. If you're not in Texas, you probably won't know. But yeah, it's a very popular grocery store chain in Texas. Really, really popular. Everybody loves HEB. And so I bought this from HEB. It was $10. It was $10. Well, really $9.99 to be exact. And you know, I think this was the only brand of honeycomb that I saw in there, though. I know there's many other brands that sell like honeycomb, and they're sold at like different grocery stores and stuff, but this is the only brand I saw. Jamie's brand, raw honeycomb. And you know, here's the side of it here. Here's the back. And as you can see, it's just a honeycomb. It's just raw honeycomb. And so, Jamie's Hive to Table Raw Honeycomb. Net weight 4 ounces. It's gluten free. Let's see. Not a whole lot that they tell us. They do give us a little bit about this company here. It says, we are bee farmers at heart. Since we own our hives, it allows us to bring you the best honey and honeycomb available in America. Honeycomb straight from the hive is the purest form of honey available and has all the main amino acids and necessary B, C, D, and E vitamins. It has antioxidant effects and essential enzymes. So there are health benefits to consuming honey, right? Many different vitamins and enzymes and the antioxidant effect. I will say, to be honest with you, I've never had honeycomb before. I've had honey before, but I've never had honeycomb before. And so I'm curious to see what this tastes like. Now, I'm going to read the nutrition facts. And the nutrition facts is for 1 tablespoon. And there are 16 servings in here. And this thing's not that big. And so I was actually skimming through this, and I saw that 15.6 grams of sugar per serving. So it's like, I really cannot eat like this whole thing. Like, there's no way I can do that, because that's like way too much sugar. But we're gonna just read the nutrition facts here. And so it says that it has 58.4 calories, no fat, no sodium, 17 grams of total carbs, 15.6 grams of sugar, no protein. And so that's it for the nutrition facts. And the ingredients are raw honeycomb. It says packed for Fisher Honey, North Little Rock, Arkansas. It does say do not feed to children under the age of 1. Product of the USA. So this is not something from another country. This is a product of the United States of America. It says Best Buy 1/21/2028. I didn't know honey lasted that long. That's interesting. I didn't know it lasted that long. That's like what? That's like over 2 years from now. It's like 2.5 years from now. I didn't even know honey lasted that long. It's interesting. So, yeah. Honeycomb. It's amazing that bees can create such a product. Honeycomb. Let's go ahead and open this up here. They put it in this thin, like, plastic here, so I'm gonna have to tear this off. Tearing off the plastic on this honeycomb here. So, tearing it off right now, and you can actually see it better when I tear it off. I didn't realize it gives us a better visual of the product here. After I take that off, it's amazing what bees can do, and that's real honeycomb, straight from bees, straight from nature. Amazing, right? And it's in this plastic container, so we're gonna open it up. It smells like honey. And I mean, it's honey at the end of the day. So if you're somebody that buys a jar of honey, it's the same thing, except this includes the actual honeycomb. Right? So I'll actually take it out of here. Wait, hold on. Let me show y'all. Let me take it out of here. That's interesting. Look at this. Hold up. This is real honeycomb. Why does this remind me of a mandarin orange, though? I don't know. Y'all, I'll just be thinking out loud. Don't mind me. But if I'm being honest, it kind of looks like it from the side. But yeah, that's a raw honeycomb. You can kind of see like the honey shape. Kind of that hexagonal shape of the little thing. The camera doesn't pick it up very well, though. Oh well. I'm only going to eat like a little bit of this. I'm not even going to eat a fourth of this because the simple fact is this has 15.6 grams of sugar per serving, and there's literally 16 servings of this. So even if I ate a fourth of this, I would be consuming like over 60 grams of sugar, right? And so it's like I'm probably gonna just eat maybe do like one little portion of this. That's what it looks like on a plate. Amazing, right? That's amazing. I'm gonna show you again. That's amazing. So, I'm curious to see what this tastes like. I'm going to eat like a tiny portion. Tiny portion. Man, I tell you, it's definitely sweet. definitely sweet. But the actual honeycomb part, it doesn't really have a flavor. I need one little tiny portion again. I can't lie. The honeycomb portion doesn't have a flavor. And there's a really weird texture. Again, I've never eaten this before, so. Wow. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I had to like spit out like the actual honeycomb portion because it doesn't have any like flavor, and it's just a weird texture that's like, it's chewy, but it's not that chewy like that, right? And so when you chew it, it just kind of feels like you're chewing like a really, really chewy gum. Like, that's the best way that I can describe it. And so just, I don't know. I don't know if it's like meant to be swallowed or whatever, but it just felt, it had a weird taste to it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I ended up just spitting it out. But the actual honey portion, like, I consume that easily, but once you consume that, you're kind of just like left with this waxy type, chewy, kind of like gum like substance, right? And so yeah, but that's what I, my thing about it. This product here, I mean, it's good. I don't think I would buy this again though. If I want honey, I'll just buy like the honey in a jar without like the actual honeycomb part. But I thought it would be something that was interesting to try out. And so yeah, that's raw honeycomb. That is raw honeycomb, right? And honey does have its health benefits too. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really buy honey that often though. For me, my go-to sweeteners are date sugar and maple syrup, like real maple syrup, like not that fake stuff. 100% like real maple syrup. So if I want like some sort of sweetener, those are my two go-tos. But it's usually not like honey, right? I believe honey is kind of up there on the glycemic index too. And so if I'm not mistaken, it'll like spike your blood sugar faster than something like date sugar. Oh yeah, and date syrup too. Date syrup, date sugar, or maple syrup. Those are my three go-tos. I forgot about the date syrup. So, and all of those are like natural sweeteners. They're not like no artificial stuff. all are unrefined to, so yeah. But that's Honeycomb. So also want to talk to y'all about I was looking at this news story yesterday about how students are using AI programs to complete their writing assignments, like they're writing their essays with an AI program. And I was watching this interview with the professor, and he was talking about how he had a student who, he actually put out a post on X, and I'll actually read the post. It says, and by the way, this professor's name is Stephen Cicerelli. He's a English professor at, I believe it's St. Peter's University. Yeah, in New Jersey. And he put out this post on X, and it says, I just failed a student for submitting an AI written research paper, and she sent me an obviously AI written email apologizing, asking if there's anything she can do to improve her grade. We're through the looking glass, folks. And that's just sad. Like, on one hand, you write a paper using AI, and then literally the email that she sent apologizing to the professor was obviously AI written as well. And it's like, man, the times we are living in nowadays. And he was talking about in the sit down interview he did, he was talking about how he can pretty much read a paper that you have written, and he can kind of pick up on like your writing style, like the way you write. And so if the paper is written much differently than the way that you write, then he basically said he's gonna kind of question it, and you know what I'm saying. So he pretty much discovered that the paper was written with an AI program or whatever. And it's crazy. The apology letter was an AI generated apology letter. That's crazy. I was thinking about back when I was in like high school, we didn't have any of this stuff. Like, there was no AI program that you could use to write a paper with, Now, obviously, plagiarism and all that still existed, but nowadays it's quite literally easier than ever before to just have some AI program write the paper for you. And these AI programs are getting better and better. ChatGPT is getting better and better at making things seem real, right? And they were talking about how you could literally put in a prompt on one of these AI programs and tell the AI program, hey, make it look like a 10th grader wrote it, or make it look like a college student wrote it or whatever. So you can have it to where the AI program literally goes out of its way to make it seem like somebody in like school or whatever wrote the paper, and not make it sound like, some AI program like wrote the paper. And it's like, man, technology. That's just, I just think about that. I'm like, and I heard there's more and more teachers and professors and stuff that are making people literally like handwrite their papers, because that's how it used to be back in the day anyway. You had to handwrite papers. You didn't have this thing where you just typed up a paper. Like, you had to handwrite it. And, there's teachers that are, professors going back to that where you have to handwrite it, due to the fact that there are many students out there that will literally just try to have an AI program write the paper for them and do the work for them, right? And so, I mean, if you didn't have this problem, you wouldn't have professors and teachers going back to that style. But because, there's students out there that are willing to just use an AI program to, try to pass a class without doing actual work, that's the direction that we're headed in. And, I don't really blame the teachers and professors. Handwritten, that's how it was back in the day anyway. And, even before the internet. And so, but it's just with all these AI programs and stuff, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I'm not in school anymore, because I've heard situations too where like students have been like falsely accused of using AI because the writings sound similar to what an AI program would say, or would put on a essay or whatever. So I don't know, but I've heard different stories about how the AI programs, like, sometimes it's really obvious that the student used an AI program to write their essay or whatever, and sometimes it's not so obvious. I'm pretty sure there's some students that have like gotten away with having a whole essay written with AI, and the teacher or professor or whatever didn't catch it. I'm sure there's students that have gotten away with that. But the only problem with that is eventually you're going to get caught. Eventually you're going to have a professor that realizes that that's not your style of writing, right? And they're going to realize it's basically a style of writing used by AI, or there's going to be some sort of obvious mistake in the paper that shows, okay, the paper was written with an AI program. And even going back to this professor's sit-down interview, he was talking about how with this student's particular paper, I'm talking about the professor, Steven Cicerelli, he was saying how with that particular paper that he found out was made with an AI program, he said that the paper had books that were cited with this paper, and so the books were cited and they were real books. But here's the thing: the quotes that were used in that paper were not real quotes from those books. Like, they weren't real quotes. And so that's how he knew, okay, there's something going on with this paper. Like, this paper might have been written with some sort of AI program, because AI is not perfect, right? And I could see an AI program making some sort of like mistake like that where it's citing a book, but the quotes from those books that were in the paper aren't actual quotes from any of the books. Like I could literally see an AI program doing this. So yeah, that's how you get caught. You know, the AI program just isn't perfect enough just yet, at least. So yeah, but I have heard too of some teachers using AI programs to grade students' papers or assignments and stuff. And I kind of have a problem with that too because, I mean, for one, AI is not accurate. And you just never know. Like an AI program can literally give two grades for like the same exact paper, right? Because it's an AI program, it probably won't be constant all the time, and there might be slight variations in the grading of two of the same exact papers, right? So, you know, you could run into problems with that, you know, as far as grading papers. Okay, so, you know, that's the thing about using an AI program to grade papers. It's just that you could run into something like that. But again, I'm just glad I'm not in school anymore, because you got AI out here doing people's assignments, and you know, that's, man. Again, when I was in school, we didn't have any of this stuff, AI, and oh man. But anyway, I do thank you all for watching this video. I hope that you are relaxed, and of course, stay tuned for more videos. I got more videos for you all coming up, so yep, stay tuned.